The UPX podcast with the property expert. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host who's stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland property experts, baby, UPX.
Welcome, fellow Uplanders, to another episode of the Upland Property Experts. I am your host, Too Stupid to Win, and as always, I'm joined by ThankMeLater. How we doing this evening, brother?
Doing all right. Yourself?
Doing excellent. That intro was brought to you by Lucifer FX. He kind of hooked us up with that. I'm kind of digging it. We're working on improvements on it, but definitely pretty dope.
Yeah, no, Lucifer FX. Shout out, much appreciated. Very, very cool.
Better than that horrible graphic that I've started out.
Hey, man, you got to start somewhere.
Yes. Slow improvements. Yeah. High Park Ninjas in the house tonight. How we doing, fellas?
What up, ninjas?
Galactus Buck. What's going on? Sick intro. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Welcome to episode 161, coming to you live on December 8th, 2022. A couple weeks away from Christmas.
Holy crap, we are.
Yeah. Got any good Christmas shopping done yet?
No, I'm the freaking Grinch. What are you talking about?
All right. Hey.
Although, well, whatever. Dizzy sent. Did you get your card from Dizzy yet?
Yes, I got my card from Dizzy. I got it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I got a really cool. So
yes.
Shout out to Dizzy and his family. So, and now I worry because I was like, dang, he usually watches this later. So, because I don't want to spoil, I was like, I kind of want to do one, but like with like me and then like. Just like, you know how he's got all his kids and his family, just like with different NFTs. Like, just, you know, like, yeah, there you go. My robot dog and like, here you go. This is what I got. My big screen TV. Like, I don't know.
That'd be funny. That would be funny. Absolutely.
So I got to figure out a way to make that happen.
Yeah, his was the first Christmas card that showed up. He was quick on it, all over it.
He was, yeah. He's like, I'm getting it out of the way. I'm not fighting with all the mail delays. And it is on my mantle, happily. Very cute family.
Absolutely. B-Bam Foo. I finally hooked him up with an OG anvil. It only took like 85 months, but...
So the way I do it now is like anybody who wins one of those things, I just tell them to put in an offer for 60, mint 60 or higher.
Yep.
And that way, just that way I don't have to fuss with it.
Yep. So I got that to him. I got my decor shop stocked, so you can definitely buy the OG anvils now.
What?
Yeah.
What's the price point?
I copied you. So 111. 111 US dollars and 111,000 UPX. So it's actually like 116.55 US dollars and then 116,550 UPX.
Yeah. So have you sold any? When did you put them up?
A couple days ago, but I didn't like announce it to the world either. So here's my announcement to the world. So
dang. Are they low mints? What mints are there?
They are mints right now. They are mints 26 through 50.
Oh, dang. Oh, dude, you put up that many?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Half and half.
See, now what I do is I do it like the department stores. I only put one of each at a time. Creates the illusion of scarcity.
Yeah, but they know where my manufacturing is, and you can just go look at the lot and see there's...
Yeah, but like that's like when I go to the store, I'm not going to be like, well, I know that there's actually a sweatshop in China that's printing these out by the thousands, but there's one on the shelf and it looks cool. And so I'm like, I want it.
There you go. But
no, it's smart though. I mean, that's a good opportunity because then maybe somebody wants to pick a different mint.
Yeah.
If they have a mint that they like in there. So Left House action in the house. What up, Left House?
Hey, Left House. Are we doing a coast to coast show again this year, Left House?
Right. That was bangers last year.
Absolutely.
That was like the place to be.
Yeah. Now, and with the decor, so there's 1,000 mints of the OG Anvil. And then I'm getting in touch with the guy that did the Anvils. Well, you're going to help me get in touch with him since you hooked it up. But
yeah. He was the guy from Fiverr. Actually, he reached out to me not too long ago asking if there's any more work.
yeah. But yes, coming up, I'm going to do the gold, the silver, the bronze, and then a blue. The blue is going to be only a 250 mint run, but the gold is going to be a 2.5K mint run. The silver will be a 5K and the bronze will be a 7.5K. So they'll be cheaper. They'll be more affordable. The blue will be more expensive. So
intriguing.
Yeah.
You've got me perked.
There you go. All right, a lot to talk about today. We got the secondary market update. FIFA World Cup is going ham. They're about to roll out the spotlights, and you're able to trade in your passes. Talk about that, to trade in or not to trade in. That will be the question. And then you have the leaderboard going on to win the Lucille Stadium. Cover that.
Well, I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Abdullah's taking it.
Yeah.
Like it's not even going to be close. I mean,
no.
It's cool. Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. And then Racetrack, design your own racetrack. Got to get on it though. Only a couple days to make it and submit it.
Yeah, I know. I missed that. That's cool.
They just announced it today. I didn't see the time, but I saw it in reviews.
Gotcha. What up? Ninjas in the house.
Yes. All right. That was just way too long of a dead time for the people listening on the podcast. But
I thought you had a stroke. I was like, what is going on?
Oh, you were talking to the ninjas and I was checking out the chat and all that. So there was all that to deal with. That was loud. Was that loud on your end?
That came through pretty strong.
Yeah, I'll figure out how to.
Pretty strong, Cotton.
I'll figure out how to edit the audio on that one because it blasted my ears too. But that was also done by Lucifer FX. So appreciate that market update. So do you like this market update better or last week's?
I don't want to offend anybody, but last week's was terrible. So this week. The interesting thing from Locke says about the multi-year deal, which is cool.
Yeah.
Australia, New Zealand, Australia next year.
There you go.
I think I would be absolutely shocked if we didn't have an Asian country like Tokyo or
Tokyo's a city, just to let you know.
Yeah, but I'm saying like obviously that yes, thank you.
I mean, you said an Asian country, so
I mean like Japan, China, Singapore, sure. But I was talking like what cities would they release? Like a Beijing, a Tokyo. But yeah, Australia, I mean, I feel like Sydney and Melbourne would be must. It'll be interesting to see how they do like tier 2 cities and stuff.
It depends on which city the Women's World Cup's being hosted in Australia too. But you would figure it would be one of the major ones.
Yeah, I would have to. I would be shocked if they didn't. Well, I mean, I guess I know they like to like make new for each thing, but Melbourne was the host of the Olympics a while ago, and their Olympic Park, which was built for that, is pretty huge. Lots of hotels and stuff. So I would be, if they did it in Australia and they didn't build something new, I would imagine it will be in Olympic Park, Melbourne. But
yeah, and then speaking of that, I wonder if there was an uptick during
not
this year's.
Melbourne. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, holy cow! It's Sydney, not Melbourne. The Olympic Park's in Sydney. I lived in Melbourne, but I stayed in Olympic Park, which was in Sydney for several months. Sorry, Sydney, Australia, not Melbourne.
There you go. And I wonder if there was a bunch of new onboarding in players during the World Cup.
What about the players in the World Cup?
New onboarding of players.
Oh, I mean, I haven't seen much. Have you?
No, I haven't. And looking at DAP Radar, it's still about the same. About 25,000 over a 24-hour period, and you're 77,000 or so over a week, and then right around 150 for your 30 days. So,
I mean, what happens when they have, an ad spot, say during the what's the final 16 or something? I'm not saying they're going to go have an ad during the World Cup. I don't think that's reasonable. But maybe one of the earlier, sets of matches.
Yeah.
I mean, if they did that, I mean, that audience would be pretty large. And so they might, here's, just, they know that traditionally they have some hiccups whenever they launch, like especially big new product sets. Is it possible, especially with like the mementos and things, they want to get those out and circulated, so that way there's like an established market for it. They have the secondary markets, and now they open it up, and the secondary values, would be a lot higher.
Yep. All right, moving on. We'll get more into that as we hit that area.
Oh.
Sorry. Top 10 city floors going back a week. This is about as stable as I've seen it in a long time.
Yeah, no, it looks like things are settling down, which is good.
And but Manhattan creeping closer and closer to that $40 US dollar floor price. Other than that, nothing big standing out. Over the last 30 days,
Still pretty stable, yeah.
Yeah, actually pretty good over the last 30 days too. Maybe we're hitting the bottom.
I think so. I think, yeah, I feel like we had a bunch of things, and I mean, my project included, that really wanted to make a debut in 2022 that looks like it's going to be more of a 2023 thing. But I think next year is like I mean, obviously it's going to be the biggest year of Upland's history, but like, I think we see some massive growth next year.
Yeah.
When do you guys think custom cars or other real life items will be coming to Upland, or when things like other car brands be introduced?
I mean, I think it's still going to be a while. They're still working out the outdoor decor shops. And they're going to have to figure it out. And to do your custom cars, I mean, you're going to have a lot of spark, at least 100 spark to start manufacturing. So it wouldn't be cheap.
No. And I mean, I think just the logistics too of how do you assign stat values and things like that. I think from a gamification perspective, I think they're a while out on that. And then also just from a foundational of like what format they need to accept that in and stuff like that. I think we're a fair ways out before custom cars are introduced. Maybe Genesis Week next year.
I still think that's too early. I wouldn't be surprised if we went into 2024 without custom cars.
That's fair. You know what? Given how the previous things have gone, that's fair. Because you're right. We haven't even really opened up decor, have we?
No.
No.
And hopefully me getting the new designs, submit them, and I can get them approved before, start of the year. I don't expect
I gotta get on that too.
I don't expect a fast thing. And then I'm going to get a artist to work on a couple other ideas I have. So I'll start churning out more stuff. So it's just not one thing.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the thing is, even though it's just one thing, A, it's very valuable, and B, you have a limited manufacturing capability. So
Yes.
if you had 100 items, you would just have 2 of each of the 100 items, or you can just print out like your one item in its entirety.
And that depends too, because I mean, depending on the size and the complexity of it, it could take a lot less spark hours. So, if you built the anvil's actually a pretty decent size. So if I build something smaller, I could turn them out a little quicker than that, knock those out. It just depends, supply and demand, and what you need. And, you got the other factories, and I believe sooner or later they're going to let us, be able to manufacture in multiple factories at once. So at least I'd like to be ahead of the game there. Well, there are people that submitted 6 and 7 and 8 things they already have approved, so they're ahead of the game. But at least I want to catch up before we're able to start manufacturing in multiple places at the same time.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right there. That's going to obviously change the whole dynamic quite a bit when we can start using other people's factories. I'll be interested to see how that works. Well, they said that you can use Spark, like other people's Spark, for your factory.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't think you can rent a factory.
No.
Stop. Or like let them build your blueprint.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
So like if they made, I mean, this is more gamified than I can almost guarantee that they'll do. But if it was like, yeah, I will lease you my blueprint, but I get 10,000 UPX for each one that you mint.
Yep.
Or like whatever it is, right? And you go, okay, here's the cost. You can lease it and build it yourself. I sell the blueprints and like the rights to mint it.
Or not even the blueprints. You do all the Blender art that's needed behind it, and so that would be your blueprints, is the Blender art behind it.
Yeah. No, I just meant like the blueprint of like for
Gotcha.
the manufacturer to mint.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you can mint, 20 of this model.
Yeah. I like that.
That
12-week
really
change. Cool. Absolutely. That would really flip it would get more people involved in decor. And it would flip it around. And then you have the 12-week change. From 12 weeks ago to September, nothing really shocking, nothing greater than the Bronx was the biggest dipper at 33.18%. And that was on their US dollar floor price. It dropped from $8.98 down to $6. That was your biggest loss over the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I mean, compared to the actual market right now.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's, we're not in the 40% or 80% down like some places, right? So,
yeah, absolutely.
all things considered, I mean, Manhattan especially. Manhattan and Rutherford are still, in my opinion, pretty overpriced. I don't know what happened to the Bronx. The Bronx got hammered. And San Francisco took an unfortunate hit, but whatever. JT, what up, brother? Usinate.
6-month change. Doesn't look much worse than the 3-month change. Well, actually, San Francisco floor price is down.
Oh man, man.
There you go. Thank you, Hyde Park Ninjas. Says, don't forget to smash that like button. We rock the house every week. Now, San Francisco's down 43.18%, down $22 to $12.50, but we know a couple people are selling at deep discounts there in San Francisco.
Yeah, that's true. There's a couple sell-offs there. Which definitely influences that.
And your bigger drops are on the US dollar side of the house. Like Manhattan's down 45.57% from $79 to $43. It used to be 114,900 UPX 6 months ago in Manhattan floor. Down to 73.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was nuts. Like 6-figure like floors for Manhattan. Like what?
I mean, I remember when it was like 269 when we really started tracking it.
Wait, 269?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
It was insane.
Yeah, because I was even thinking, I was like, man, that doesn't seem super. I mean, it's obviously high, but I thought it was way higher because it did drop a lot though. So it was okay.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
And then here is the lowest markup percentage in each city. Doesn't mean it's the cheapest property. It just means it's the lowest markup from original mint. Nothing really jumps out. Fresno dropped 47% from 247% to 200%. So
yeah, look at Cleveland not selling under mint.
Yeah, congratulations. They go back and forth.
Yeah.
Then the cheapest property markup by city.
Oh.
Rutherford, 9,354% markup on its 54,999 UPX property.
Rutherford. What are we going to do with you?
And that's crazy. Manhattan, Santa Clara, Rutherford are all over 1,000%. Then you drop down to, look at Staten Island, all the way down at the bottom. It's a 7,450 UPX floor price, but that's a 621% markup. So, but other than that, everything's under 1,000% markup.
Yeah, that's it. But again, like I'm okay. I mean, that tells you, like in the sold out areas and the good places. 3x floor is pretty decent. Like,
yeah, Dallas is pushing 3x. Arlington's just over 3x, but that still concerns me because there's so much more of the city to be released, and there's still properties to mint in those areas. But hey, get it. I'm not trying to talk people off of listing it at there, but from a buying perspective, I'd be.
Oh, well, no, you should not be buying secondhand floor of Dallas, or not financial advice, but you should not be buying the floor of Dallas and Arlington. Like it is, you should either be minting fresh or waiting for more to come out. Now, if you are minting under the floor, which obviously I don't think there is anything that would be mintable under that. Like, I don't know what the cheapest property is.
Oh, look who it is.
Hey, we were just talking about you. We did the intro, your intro, and the market update one.
Yeah, the market update, the audio was loud. So we can work on that, get that dialed in just a little bit. It came through like super loud versus everything else. But no, awesome. Thank you so much. And definitely check your Upland account because I hooked you up for hooking us up. So there you go. Moving on. Bottom 5 city floors: Detroit, Rio, Chicago, Porto, Queens.
Detroit. $3 Detroit.
$3 holler.
What do you feel about like the fact that like all of the I guess it's just Rio and Porto, like the international cities are on the floor, like they're the cheapest,
which is crazy.
It's interesting because I am very curious. I think Upland, and I've been thinking about this, like the strategy is, sorry, I got distracted by spam. It is interesting because I feel like what they did was, they had a large Brazilian contingency of players. And oh my gosh, they are super, super active. Shout out to all of my Brazilian brothers and sisters. You guys are legends. And so, like, there is a strong following, but just regionally, like, the US seems to still have the stronger ones. But also, like, they haven't released a London or a Paris, like a true, because these aren't even tier 1 cities, right? They're tier 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that they haven't had a major international release yet. When you think about it.
And every time you say that, all our Brazilian fans and listeners, they just spam it. Why are you hating on Brazil? Why are you hating on Rio?
I don't hate on them. I mean, I
have
love
pride.
Them. No, dude, Brazilians are my favorite people. Like, in this game, they are out there and they are super good at getting in line. That's all I'm saying. I have no idea. I'm just saying the percentage of people that contact me about availability of line positions from Brazil versus literally everywhere else in the world, maybe they're just more giving. Maybe the greedy Americans don't give up their spots and the Brazilians are just really friendly and want to share the wealth. I'm going to go with that.
There you go. I'm renaming Detroit $3.
$3.
Yeah. All right. Cheap or lowest markup percentage on the US dollar in each city. 8 out of the 10 cities are below 50% again. Just sad.
It's interesting.
Just sad.
JT wants Miami. Oh. I need this now. Miami? I don't know. Meh.
Oh, Miami's going to be wild. It'll be fun.
It's more like meh-Amy, huh?
Just stirring the pot tonight. I see.
Yeah.
All right. Sold out percentages.
Wait, did Detroit lose 5%?
Yeah. So there was, I don't know. We get these numbers from UPX World until UPX Land. Sorry. Until UPX World's up and running, we use UPX Land for this.
Right.
And they upgraded their site, did a bunch of stuff to it. And there were more properties added in the count of Detroit versus what was there since they did their upgrade. So it dropped them 5%. So yeah, they're down 5% based off of whatever calculations they did, or what they fixed on their code in UPX Land. Dallas is starting to leave Arlington behind. Arlington 57% minted. Dallas is at 70%. And then Detroit was the biggest loser of the week at -5%.
I mean, is it really a loser? I mean, Detroit just got 5% more cities or 5% more places.
Yeah, UPX Land stats have been off, but it looks like they've corrected them all now. Yeah, and some of their stuff only updated once a day or every 12 hours too. So it just depends on the site. UPX-Spark Exchange, they got real-time updates. It just depends on which one you're more comfortable with. And there's some other ones out there too. So
don't worry. Proper UPX World is coming soon. Everybody will have the good data, the pretty pictures.
Yeah, if you can see, Detroit added 20,000 properties.
Got to get those data mines.
Yeah. And then Queens, there was about 1,200 properties added to Queens this week, from where we extract our data from. So UPX World will be here, and we'll have some good stuff going on. And Good stuff, but we do appreciate the work that everybody's doing out there,
Oh,
because we use multiple sites, and we always shout them out that, hey, we appreciate the work that you're doing and letting us put this information, gathering this information and putting it out each week.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not easy no matter what, like, it's not an easy task or feat to stand up a site and to keep it running and to keep it going. So anybody who's doing it, certainly tip of that.
Yeah. Porto only sold 28 properties this week, and Kansas City only sold 45. Yeah.
I didn't even know anybody was in Kansas. Like, who's in Kansas City?
I don't know. You have wait, I'm confused. We're actually adding properties. No, it was just the way that the properties were being counted.
I mean, but they do sometimes. They do sometimes unlock.
True. And you have some visas expire.
That's true too. Expired visas.
Yeah. But I don't think 20,000 visas expired in Detroit this week.
Not this week, but it's possible that, like, say the expired visa is a really good point, that the expired visas maybe weren't refreshing in the database because it would already, like, the last status of it would be marked as like minted. I don't know.
Yeah. So the Great Racetrack Challenge.
Well, and that's a good point. Lucifer says till the FIFA ends, it'll be slow. That's true. A lot of people are probably spending their UPX on FIFA right now.
Oh, they're bleeding their accounts on FIFA right now.
I feel targeted.
I didn't say they were dumping in their credit cards and maxing them out. That would be targeting.
Oh, damn. Right to the heart.
Yeah. So we have the Great Racetrack Challenge going on. You have till Monday, December 12th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time to submit your racetrack. It can't be in San Francisco. It can pretty much be everywhere else. Can't be longer than 2.5 miles long. Has to be a loop. Has to have a start-finish line that's not an intersection. Has to be a singular path, so you can't have, shortcuts or alternate routes in it. You can't spell out or draw any offensive or suggestive content.
No comment.
And
it's funny that they have to put that in there, like, because like that, because of the trolls. Yes. Know who you are. You know that you were going to try and slip some subliminal messaging into your track. We see you.
You might be one of them.
I mean,
I might be one of them.
I would never. You definitely would.
What do you mean? Why would I definitely do it?
Dude, your avatar is a flaming poo that's throwing up. If anybody's doing
I'm a vomiting poo that's on fire.
That's true. Submitted a Lusail track, but then released. It's not included as international despite being props there.
It is not.
Yeah. It's a shame.
The international is just Rio and Porto.
I think a track in Rio could be really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Because we love Rio.
Yep. And let's see here. The Upland community's 4 favorite racetracks will receive an MV Motor Series 4 in the color of their choice, from coral orange, royal blue, or violet. And there will be community voting on the selection. So that's always fun. I'll be interested to see this new racetrack.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So there's going to be 4 new racetracks then, eh?
Well, there'll be, they didn't say if all 4. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, actually there will be for each region. So you'll have, yeah. So they'll select between 3 and 5 finalists for each region and initiate a vote in Upland. So definitely have your home addresses so you can participate in votes. I don't know. Will they do that?
You're only going to be able to vote in your region.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it says players will have a few days to vote for their favorite track for each region. So it sounds like you can. So your home address might not be important on this one.
No, if it says for each region, then yeah.
Yeah. And then the tracks with the most vote for each region will then be implemented in its respective cities. So yeah, you'll get some more racetracks.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see, like, I mean, what's the plan? Like, cool, more racetracks is always fun. But, like, what comes next? Like, because there's a lot. Like, and that's the other thing, actually, now that I start thinking about it, the custom cars thing, we got to be far off from that because they haven't even really released the true car mechanics.
Right.
When you think about it. Like, you can't drive them in the game.
And they said we'd never be able to drive them in the game unless a third party did that.
Well, I mean, but I thought that you were going to, like, quick travel was going away.
Yeah.
And so you were going to walk. And so I thought if you had a car, you would go faster.
Oh, that driving that way. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
And I think that might be more, I'm going from point A to point B, and it's kind of like using Google Maps, and then it auto drives you.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, not like free form driving. Although, yeah, I definitely want to have like a Grand Theft Auto open driving. Anyway.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for UPX World on that.
There you go. Now, the interesting thing is Central has 8 cities to select for a racetrack. So you can build a racetrack in 8 different cities, while your West and your East have 6 and your International have 2. So I would think it'll be interesting.
Well, so wait, they're going to select 3 to 5 per region, right? Is that
right?
Gotcha. Okay.
And then the community will vote.
So like East, and it's East Coast, West Coast, International,
and Central.
Central. Okay.
Yep. Want to charge tolls? I love it. I love it. Makes sense.
Body skin that doesn't look like an R1 story. So layer 2. Humble. We'd have to talk about. I mean, racing will be. There's a lot of factors in the layer 2 racing.
This is interesting. There's a real racetrack with 100 years of history in Porto. They are for Upland in Porto, and they're getting that racetrack ready for Upland.
Wow. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Yes. All right.
Oh my God. I've not seen that gold truck.
You have not seen the truck?
Oh, man.
But that's not even for first place.
I know. Well, I mean, the stadium. I mean, the stadium is insane.
Yeah.
But that gold truck? Because, like, Abdullah's getting the stadium. Like, it's just it's this. So, really, I mean, no one can even compete. So, it's just, I want a scooter. It says, I've seen several people mention scooters.
We talked about mopeds, and you made fun of me for it.
But they're not, no one's actually shown a scooter, right?
No, they haven't.
Okay.
To my knowledge. So, Abdullah has almost 120,000 up on second place on the fan score. Yeah. So you get the Lusail Stadium, the World Cup Outdoor Decor Trophy for first place, and then you have the Series 1 FIFA trims. You got the Series T FIFA trim, which is that truck. Then you get the terminals, and you have World Cup Village properties. What do you think on the secondary market these World Cup Village properties will go for, since they're not minted, they're awarded, and they've won in a competition?
What's Marble Hill sell for? It's the same premise. So,
I haven't looked at Marble Hill in a very long time.
I know, right? But like, and that's exactly it. After this one might be a little different because it is so unique. But I can, I stayed at Olympic Park in in Sydney, and after there's a big event, like it's kind of dead. So also,
Yeah.
so wait, what place do I need to get one of those gold cars? I was gonna sell all my stuff, and now I might go the other way.
You need to be in bracket 6, which has 15 winners. So that's top 20.
Top 20?
That's like 15 to 20.
Oh man.
And right now that's 127,000 points right now for 15. 20 is 105. So there's a little variety.
Little girl Shackleton up there.
Yep.
Get it, Sheriff Shack.
See Sanctum up there. And
all right, never mind. I'm getting Shaq. I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna give all my stuff to Shaq. All right, cool.
Where's she trying to go? Does she want a Series 1 FIFA trim, or does she want that truck trim, or what's she going for?
Series 1 FIFA trim? Dude, do not tell me that it's a Series 1 that's in gold. Do not tell me that. Do not tell me it's okay. Those are ugly. Sorry, that was me.
Oh, geez.
No, those are super cool. But oh, good. Sheriff Shack's in the house. What up? Yeah, that gold truck. All right, Shaq.
Well, you can't give her stuff. She's got to drop.
What?
She's got to drop.
She's got to drop what?
Positions.
No, she's
got to be 15 through 20. She's 12 right now.
No, it's not 15 through 20. It's 5. It's
I'm sorry.
6 through 20. It's 6.
You're right. She's getting a truck. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bad math.
No, Argentina is kind of nice. Argentina. Jeez, oh Pete's. There we go.
So you get the trophy each week for leading the board each week. Those are some of the trim cars, and then they got Black Explorers going on. And then they have a trophy if you have all 50 collections completed for the World Cup by sometime, I think January 3rd, you get this Block Explorer. So that I think that's going to be a pretty rare Block Explorer.
This like handkerchief.
No, it's a trophy.
It's a trophy Block Explorer?
Yes.
Do you have a picture of it?
I thought I did.
Dang,
but I guess I didn't put it in there.
No, I don't want to be in this anymore. I was getting out.
It's that. I don't know if that changes your mind or.
No, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. So for the go-getters out there who complete and hold both collection albums, all 50 collections by the deadline January 5th, you get the highly exclusive FIFA World Cup Trophy Block Explorer.
Man.
Or are you just going to buy it?
That's the interesting thing. Like, I wonder what they will run secondary market. So the base trucks are what? 200,000, 250, or is it 350?
Ish.
Man, that's oof. It's going to take a lot to get into that. These are just going to be ridiculously expensive. Honestly, they're going to be obscenely expensive.
There you go.
But yeah.
So we have the FIFA World Cup spotlights. This is interesting. So this is the first set of videos coming. It's kind of like NBA Top Shots, but for the FIFA World Cup. Now, they say there's going to be about 53 spotlights for each match. I don't see that many exciting things happen in a soccer match to have 53 spotlights for each match. I'm sorry. I mean, there's some cool saves. There's some cool steals. You might have a cool yellow penalty or something, but to have 53 spotlights from one match?
Did it say up to 53?
They said about 53. They said they weren't locking in at 53, but
how long is a soccer match?
60 minutes. Or wait, 90 minutes. I'm not a soccer person. I'm not a soccer person at all.
Can't wait to pick up a substitution spotlight.
That's awesome.
That one got me. That's pretty good. Well, so it's from each match? So
yes.
From each game?
Yes.
Do you think that they'll have like pre-game, post-game, halftime stuff?
Or I think they're 90 minutes. I think they're 45 minutes a half. Where's our soccer people out there? I think it's 45 minutes a half.
Is there a halftime?
Yeah. Not like a football halftime, but they do have a first, second half.
Okay. Well, yeah, then like maybe like the opening, I don't know. The kickoff. Do they drop the ball in the middle and then they kick it? I don't know. How does it work? Like a jump ball in basketball?
No, I don't think it's like
we
a jump
ball.
We should stop talking.
We have
we're losing. We're going to lose people.
People are like, these guys, what is going on?
Not soccer here. Not soccer here.
Yeah.
But no. Now
50 does seem like a lot. Like, I don't know how they're going to do that.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, that's what we'll have to see.
They're talking that there's going to be 328 mementos for each match. And about 53 of them are going to be these spotlights.
Oh, okay. Well, they would have all the players, right?
Well, no. Player. So they have boots, crests, warm-up ball, shirts, scarves, and match ball.
Yeah, but like the shirts and the scarves are probably one per player, right?
The shirts are, hold on. They really didn't break it down to how the shirts and the scarves were working.
Okay. It'll be interesting. I mean, the NFLPA mementos regularly do not sell through, right? So I'll be curious because they would have had to have as many or more. I mean, we could have figured out because there's a number of passes, right? We know the number of minted passes for each round. So that would tell us theoretically, how many mementos there should be because everybody should be able to turn it in.
Yeah. And here it is. I did find it. So it's team scarves, it's all team warm-up balls, team boots, team shirts, and a match ball. So a match ball is like the game ball. And then they did clarify that with the spotlights, every goal scored in the tournament will just have one spotlight memento. But something like a goalkeeper save, they'll have a few more spotlight mints. So you might get there might be more. It might be like a 1 of 5 mint or something like that. So now I get 53. At first I was just like, I don't see it, but now I see it. That makes sense.
I guess it makes sense that like there's like the top spotlight, like the goals, right? Where it's just like I like that they like all the goals will 100% be a 1 of 1.
Right.
I like that. But then like an epic save could have 5. Well, then you only need about 10 to really fill out a game.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
No, it's not. I can see that a little more. And then here's where your fan score plays into it too, because you're going to need a fan score plus the rarity of your pass. Is it just a pass? Is it a VIP? Is it a platinum? If you got a platinum and a good fan score, you got a better chance of getting a rare memento. If you have a low fan score and a pass, it's going to be a bigger chance of a common.
Yeah, my boy. Oh gosh, darn it. Hold on, let me go check my Discord. Somebody was messaging me, and Swiss Power. Swiss Power was messaging me about it, like trying to set up like a live, turn-in, but where and who I kind of want to nominate Sheriff Shack on this because her fan score is so high, of like work as a community, say, okay, well, let's give all of our mementos, all of our passes to like a Shacklin who has an insane high score to increase our chances as everybody to get the good spotlights, right? I can't imagine. I mean, I imagine that there's other communities that will be doing that. So, it's not going to be unique. And whatever Abdullah turns in, he's just going to be.
And he's been buying a lot of these passes too. So.
Oh yeah, he's very much on that.
He's very active.
The multi-year thing we actually talked about, the women's soccer in Sydney next year. They said.
Yes.
Which I guess then is low-key announcing that Sydney's coming out next year.
Yep. You can figure that.
Yeah.
Now, you got to turn in the passes, or will it make holding on to a pass more valuable that you didn't turn it in? Now, that would mean that a memento is hanging out there because it's never been exchanged or turned in. Would you keep a pass just for keepsake if it was one of the common passes, or?
Well, here's the thing. If you want to get all 50 collections, you can't turn in all your passes. You have to keep passes to keep that collection set. And in fact, those passes are some of the highest value scores right now. Now, I don't know what the scores will be in comparison to like the high mementos. I imagine a goal from a very high level game would be, huge and highly valued. But yeah, the points are going to be really interesting to see how that plays in, because it might not be worth it. I thought like the VIPs, so it's interesting. So it just gives you an increased multiplier for one of the good items. It might not be worth it. If you have a high enough fan score, you might want to save those platinum passes to fill in your collection to keep your score high. You might need to hold those till the end to get to maximize it. And if you want that trophy, now for the trophy, I would just keep a set of common passes, whatever the minimum is to fill the collection. But that's definitive. Like there's definitely, and there's going to be plenty of people that don't turn a bunch in. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works.
And turning them in doesn't guarantee you spotlight.
Yeah. Okay. And then so the scarves and everything, that's historical too. Like they've been doing with everything else.
Yeah.
That's why there's so many of them. Okay.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You're going to get the scarves, the balls, the shirts, the shoes, and all that. The spotlights are going to, and that's what you're getting for your pass. So turning in your pass doesn't even guarantee you a spotlight.
Yeah, that would be hard, because if you turned in a platinum pass and didn't get a spotlight, like I feel like, well, I guess they can't really, I don't know. I don't know how the smart contracts are written, but like, I feel like all of the platinum passes should be guaranteed a spotlight, but maybe they probably can't do that. Yeah, the memento scores to be higher, but like a platinum pass versus the lowest memento. I can't believe that the lowest memento would be higher than a platinum pass. Like, that would be shocking to me. Plus, keep in mind, multiplier because of the bonus. I believe the passes is a 3x.
Yeah, it's platinum pass is 320.
What?
A platinum pass is 320 for your fan score.
No. Well, I mean, what level? Like group, like the group
Oh,
ones?
okay.
Because the I'm going to pull up mine and see which one I had. Sort by fan points, high, low. Yeah, I have a VIP for the final, and it is 1750.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I got a platinum for a group H.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, I mean, the platinums are worth a good chunk for sure. I mean, it'll be fun. I guess I'll turn them in. Yeah. Oh, man. There's a lot. There's a lot of moving pieces to this. Also, like, no one's even talking about the decor which somebody bought has 100 of these damn things for me that I have to go back and get now. There's so many things that I feel like people just aren't even talking about from FIFA. All of the decor, the big like tents.
Yeah.
Are those?
And I see that you have some of the tiles for sale in your store now, in your decor shop.
Yeah, no, I have, and I bought about 100 more. Well, through I think he's probably Brazilian, and they were buying up a bunch as they were minting, and I bought like 100 of them. It was quite insane, but yeah, I think they're kind of cool. You don't like, and I think it's really undervalued in the sense once it's gone, like people are gonna go like. Once things calm down, people are going to go, what is all of that? I'm looking, and there's a ton of, at the Qatar Stadium, there's still a bunch of the
Tiles.
Well, no, the canvases. I don't see any of the tiles.
Okay.
The tiles are somewhere else. These are the canvases, which are super cool too. They're very pricey. 42,000 seems kind of high. Your big ones, I don't think US stays in. What the? There's a statue.
Huh.
Jeez.
So here's some of the interesting things I've been watching in conversations is people are complaining about these legit shops. You know, with they're not able to get their things listed in there, and you got some people that have their stuff that's just listed high, and they're just not moving. So where is it a responsibility of the store owner to be a little more diligent of watching what's selling and for what price and rejecting those offers for the high, like ridiculous, like nobody's going to buy it for that, versus trying to just turn over your inventory quicker? What are your thoughts there? You buying stuff, huh? Aren't you?
Yeah, I got to buy that statue.
Were you even listening?
No. I do think it's actually, it's on the shop owner for sure. Like, why? Like, know your market. I mean, you have a limited space and limited time. Don't accept things that are going to sit there and not sell. Like, that's not helping anybody. Like, so yeah, I mean, I think it is frustrating for people to not be able to get their stuff into a shop. I could understand that, but I also know from like, oh my gosh, well now I feel bad because there's like 100 of those stupid trophies. All right, well there's a bunch of those trophies. I can't buy them all. They're like 76,000 for the bronze. Oh my gosh, there's another whole wave of them. All right, well at least I got like 20 like mint 28 or something.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. So
Hoping
like
for this.
that's what I'm, like how are they going to sell through all of this?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess it just stays here forever. Like, oh, there's another round of the statues. Oh my gosh. Well, where's like I'm guessing all the other good statues get sold. The maroon statues.
Yeah. Quick 10 OK encourages the shop owners to work with the seller too to choose a sensible price because players just don't know what stuff is worth. That's absolutely true too. They're just pricing it, and they're still in the not all the sellers, but you got a handful of people that are just like, well, I bought this for $10, so now I need to sell it for $1,000, or because that's what it's worth.
Yeah, there you go. There's a call it ACF5 is running a good legit shop.
Okay.
He told me what things where prices were moving. So
and the key right there is I've sold a bunch of stuff there. Well, not me personally, but KO has.
Yeah.
From the High Park Ninjas.
You know, personal testimony is huge. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so glad I bought it, but there's a lot of them still.
Nice.
But yeah, no, it's interesting. I think it's one of those things that's very underrated in the sense of after it's gone and like people are like, what is that? Because like that's pretty cool. Like I'll put that on one of my properties. 200. Yeah. I mean, there's only going to be 200 of them minted. There's 90 minted right now, and I got mint 38. Like considering nice. I haven't been like actively pursuing it, so I don't know. I kind of hope that they like close it down and just like whatever sold. But I think that they might keep it.
Yeah. I could see it go either way. I'm indifferent on that one.
Yeah. I got a couple of I got like a couple mint to, I got a mint to Ecuador and a mint to Denmark. And then I got a bunch of low mint tiles. Yeah. But I hope that somebody said that they paused the minting, which is good. I mean, the tiles only have like 100 each on a lot of them. And yeah, so that's really, if they stop at like half, that would be cool. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. Something we haven't talked about for a while is the Upland FANtasy League. You're no longer in first place. So
it doesn't matter. I'm still in it for the playoffs. So
yeah, top four, it's a 12-man league. Top four make the playoffs. Playoffs start in week 16. So we do have this week and next week. You got T Davis, Max Life, Mars, and ThankMeLater all tied at 9 and 4 for first through fourth place. Myself, Boulder Magic, and Dizzy Deuces were all 7 and 6. So we need somebody to lose 2 games in a row, and we need to win 2 games in a row and beat them in points to make the playoffs.
You got an uphill battle. I can tell you right now, my current match off, I love my boy Choina, but although I got somebody playing now, F Morio. Anyway, he's a tight end out of Las Vegas, LV.
Yeah.
And he's at 0 points Q3, so not too great.
But Choina also has Cam Akers going, and he's only put up 1.1 points too. So I mean, he's not doing much better than you.
No, he's not. My only hope is that right before the game, his quarterback, who is currently questionable, can't make it, and he doesn't have time to switch out.
Yeah. And then that's the interesting thing. Nobody in the top four is playing each other or playing anybody that's fighting for the next positions. So I have a feeling after this weekend, all the top four are all projected to win. So you guys should lock in your playoff spots this weekend. I'm going against Nisharin. Choina's going against ThankMeLater. Dizzy's playing Max Livers. So there is that matchup. Max Livers is projected to win. Franklin Bombers and Boulder Magic are going head to head. T. Davis is playing Clyde Torres, who's in 11th place, which is TM, and he's 3-10. And Mars Utah is playing Payne Hurts DJ Shorts, who is 0-13. I think he ghosted us. I really do, because he's made.
Oh well, no, he obviously ghosted us. His entire bench is on IR. Like he's Wait,
he's
so
made,
who plays him? Who plays him next week?
He's made 0 roster moves for the year. Next week you have T. Davis playing Payne Hurts.
Okay, so T. Davis gets a free win. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, does that word T. Davis? Oh man, he's definitely. I mean, he was already going to be in the playoffs. He's got a really high score, but he's got a guaranteed win then, because like there's 0 chance.
And he's playing Clyde Torres this week too. So Clyde's 3-10.
Oh my gosh, so he's ending the season playing the 2 weakest teams. Who am I playing next week?
You're playing Chorno. You just talked about it.
Yeah, next week.
Oh, next week. Next week you are playing Nishirin.
All right. Well, I should still win that.
Yeah. You're projected to win that.
I don't even know sports ball. You guys are terrible. Like, don't you and Dizzy do this for like actual fun?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess for me, I just have a different definition of fun. I usually like to be good at the things that are fun.
Ha 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 ha.
Isn't that like half the point of being in these leagues, is just trash talking each other?
It is. I mean, overall, I'm 3rd in total points. It just sometimes you go up against, you just get it lost that way. So, yeah, it is what it is.
No, you have more points than me, so by a significant amount, I think.
Yeah.
So
that's always fun. I know we have some people begging to get in next year. So looks like DJ Shorts, I know you're a loyal listener, but you're out, buddy. Just can't have somebody sitting there not setting the lineup each and every week. So looks like he's out. So it looks like we'll have a spot open, and we'll see who wants that more.
Yeah.
All right. You got anything from UPX World you want to talk about before we get out of here for the week?
Yeah. So if you haven't been checking out the streams, please do. We got more Red Rocky, which is our actual the planet that is now built and coming to life. So we'll be doing more demos of that. Hopefully we'll be seeing some Hyde Park Ninja game demos. I got to follow up with the team on that. And we also have a semi-sled race being developed. Our poor developers, they need, and dogs. Yes, dogs. We could do something with dogs. So our developers, I'm hoping we could get things, sorted out. Oh, wait, you guys weren't supposed to come on the show today, were you? Don't tell me I missed that. No, they would have pinged, right? Because you didn't even give them.
They would have pinged me too.
Okay.
I would hope they would ping me, because you even told them next week to just ping me.
I'd feel kind of bad. No, but the Hyde Park Ninja, if you haven't seen it, we actually walked around their village yesterday, which was really cool. For the first time, getting to kind of see what that is going to look like. He wants to be in the fantasy league.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, I'm hoping we can get some big things out. The website is apparently done. I need to get some hosting. And the data mines are apparently ready to go. So we should be seeing launches of those
soon.
Eminently.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Did you see?
You sent me the text. I saw it. Yep.
We can't share it on here, can we?
No. If I would have thought about it, I would have.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So Graham Brindle has this amazing data visualizer that shows the minting of like a neighborhood real time, of like you can see like people like going along the main roads and like minting out, and then like someone does a jump and then gets to a spot that they really want,
and then it just kind of
it's really cool. I mean, it's you kind of think you know what it would look like, but to see it is so satisfying. Like, I really enjoyed it. So I'm yeah. Of course. There's only 3 days left. If you want a free test tube statue, they're selling for $111, people. I'm bribing you with $111 free item. Submit 2 pieces of art to 1111nft.gallery. Dr. Nobi put the link somewhere. Do it today. Do it tomorrow. Just whatever you got. Just submit it.
Just submit it.
Yeah, just submit it. Where can I see the minting video?
I'll get it on next week.
Yeah. We'll we have to convert them over. Yes. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. 1111nft.gallery. Go do it today. Whatever the art medium is, make it happen.
And if it's past December 10th, don't do it. Or actually do it, because you'll be in for January.
Yeah, no matter when you get it. Well, sorry. I guess I have to put the caveat. I always forget that people might watch this later. Thank you for that. Test tube statues. No, well, they have to be, they have to get accepted. So if it gets disqualified because they didn't follow the rules, then they shouldn't get a statue. If you are listening past December 10th, still submit it. You won't get a statue necessarily, but you definitely want to participate. So still submit it. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe I'll do another giveaway next week or next month.
There you go. All right. A lot of stuff going on. Have fun with the FIFA World Cup. Submit to 1111.
I'm so torn now. I'll help Sheriff Shaq get that gold truck, just so somebody in our community we know gets one of those things, because that is so cool. Holy cow.
It is. So,
and then I just have to figure out how much they're going to go for. That'll be I'm curious. Think about it. If you're listening to this, let us know on Twitter what you think the price of one of those gold trucks will be. Bar for entry is pretty low at this point. Oh, okay. Yeah. So it can't be like just
AI or profile picture stuff.
Yeah. But we'll get Sheriff Shaq that gold truck. Let's go.
Let's go. And until then, everybody be safe. And don't forget to check out myself and Mars Utah for Legits Fired Up to help you select your legits each and every week for the NFL season. We'll be coming with week 14 coming this Saturday. So check that out. We're having fun doing that. Definitely let us know what you want to hear from us there. So it's been a good time, and I love working with Mars. So it's been fun. Until then, everybody be safe, have fun, and we'll see you in the metaverse.
The UPX Podcast with the property expert. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host who's stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland property experts, baby, UPX